I still haven't got the picture.
If you go to where the photo starts, Muck Homestead 2014, and you turn one page past that, it shows a front view and then a side view, and there's a silo on the left. We're not, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I was curious as to whether this was a property that had come to us once before.
The chair, I don't believe that it's formally protected. I'm not seeing it listed in our compendium. I need to double check if it's on the register. I'm sorry, I don't have that with me right now.
Okay.
But I don't believe that it is formally protected.
Okay. Thank you.
No, I believe you're right, Alyssa. I think it is a separate property.
Not the same
It's not the
property
same
as the
property.
one that had the
silo?
one-of-a-kind ceramic silo.
No, I think it's a separate.
Different one. Okay.
Through the chair, I believe that you're referring to is that in Glanbrook? That was it Chippewa Road? Was it that property?
You know, that's starting to sound familiar.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Thank you.
If there's no other discussion, may I have a motion to send this item to the Education Subcommittee? Michael, seconded by Stan. All in favor? Carried. Item 9 is our motions. Item 10 is our notices of motion. Are there any notices of motion today? Seeing none, we'll move on to item 11 as our general information and other business. Item 11.1 is in regards to the Hermitage ruins in Ancaster. Alyssa, did you have an update?
To the chair, staff just wanted to bring the committee's attention to a recent notice of motion that went to General Issues Committee on September 4th, I believe, and will be coming forward as a motion on September 17th, and it's brought forward by Councillor Ferguson. Just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Are there any questions or any discussion on the item?
I'd like to say that I'm pleased that positive has worked out.
Dan?
I went to that meeting. There was like a little supposed rally or gathering. I think it was Labor Day Monday at the Hermitage, and Councillor Ferguson was there. That Mason was there. That's mentioned in here, and it was an exciting project. It was nice that the enthusiasm was there too. That is going to be saved. I think the plan will be to demolish the outbuildings because a lot of rocks are missing. There may be some stones needed to fill in the front and the side walls. Nice to see that it's going to be worked on and
Michael?
I notice it's not on our endangered buildings and landscape or heritage properties, or is it? I'd like to move that we put it on. At this stage, I think probably it should go under endangered because we don't really know what's going to happen. Until we see positive things come out of it, then we can move it. To the endangered buildings and landscapes, the red, and Stan was offered
So
We
our,
just need a seconder for the motion to add it to the list.
oh, that was Stan. Yes. Item 11.2 is a heritage staff update. Alyssa, would you like to speak to that item?
Through the chair, staff just wanted to provide an update to the committee in terms of the vacant heritage planning position. It was posted and has been closed. So just wanted to let you know that that is in motion, and hopefully we'll have a I'll have a new staff member soon.
Get you some help? Good, very good. Item 11.3 is our update respecting the Joint Placking Subcommittee. Paul, would you like to talk about?
I passed along a little program from our event on Sunday where we unveiled the plaque for the Harmony Building. And the secret to success of these placking unveilings is to piggyback onto somebody who's offering free food and wine and a book launch. So we had several hundred people there, and mayors and ex-mayors and would-be mayors. And so that was a great event. We have 4 plaques ready to go, a couple on Aberdeen, one on Mary Street, which I think is the city's oldest wooden house, and one for the cemetery. We are working on a plaque for the Hamilton Asylum for next year, and it looks as though we will have a plaque in the new GO train station that will speak to the history of the Great Western Railway.
Our next item is 11.4. It's our buildings and landscapes. So we'll work our way through the endangered buildings list. The Tivoli, Councillor McCaddy's not here. Bookhouse, Will's not here. Andrew Sloss House, Will's not here. Century Manor?
So the last we had on this was that a letter was going from council to Infrastructure Ontario. Is that correct? And did we get any response?
The letters have been signed by the mayor.
Response, yeah.
No response yet.
Okay.
Beach Canal Lighthouse, Kathy?
Yes, I went to the Beach Canal Lighthouse group meeting last night, and I guess the most important item I took away from the meeting was that there was a temporary agreement with Fisheries Canada for the lighthouse so that the volunteer group could go in and assess what work needed to be done to in order to decide whether they wanted to, fundraise or how they wanted to proceed. Well, this agreement has lapsed, and so now the Lighthouse Group do not have access to the site. They need to reapply to get that agreement renewed. But what they want to do is the Keeper's Cottage has a lot of windows in it, and they want to find a graphic artist who will produce pictures of how the Lighthouse Keeper's Cottage looked in the past and put these weatherproof pictures on the windows for two purposes. One is for protection of the windows, and another is for education for the community, for people who, would walk by the Keeper's Cottage. So they're looking for someone who would do a great price for this graphic art. If anybody knows of anybody, I would be willing to pass that on to them. I think that was probably the most important item that came from that meeting last night. Their next meeting is on Sunday, November 9th. Sunday, November the 9th. It says 7 p.m. here. The AGM, and it's at the Beach Rescue Unit. I'm not sure how many know of that location on Beach Boulevard. We pay a lot of money to rent this. I'm shocked. I said, in Stony Creek, we get free wherever we can, and we're lucky enough that we can. So they're also looking for places to hold their meetings where community groups can be allowed to have free space. So I'd be happy to pass anything on to the group if anybody can give me some ideas. Thanks.
Have they tried at the Lakeland building? That's Conservation Authority. I know we've had city meetings in there, like committee meetings for the Waterfront Trust or the Waterfront Trail, the master plan that's being looked at. I know that's coordinated through the city. I don't know if they charge or not, but that might be an area to look at. It's not far for them. right? Okay.
Our next item is Charlton Hall. Will's not here. Aubrey Zimmerman House. Will?
I don't have anything new, but does staff have any more information on?
Through the chair, at General Issues Committee last week, there was a report recommending the approval for a sales agreement with the prospective purchaser, and I believe that was ratified at council last night, but I haven't gone through the minutes yet to confirm that.
Sorry, Madam Chair. Nothing was questioned on the planning agenda as far as heritage.
1 Jones Street. Kathy?
I have nothing unless you have, Alyssa. No.
Mohawk Trail School. There's no update. 18 to 22 and 24 to 28 King Street.
So I think where that stands now is where it did last month, that there is a pre-conference hearing scheduled for next month. Is that correct, Alyssa?
Through the chair, I haven't heard any changes to the scheduled pre-hearing, so.
1 St. James Place. Will's not here. All Saints Church. There's no update. Our buildings and landscapes of interest yellow. Delta High School. Walter's not here. James Street Baptist Church. Michael?
I haven't heard anything from what I understand. It's still waiting for certain approvals from the city.
At last meeting, we talked about putting the Pearson home into the yellow list.
So to add the Pearson home to yellow list, both and seconded by Michael. All in favor? Any opposed? St. Mary Church, Will's not here. Our item C is our heritage properties update green, the Royal Canal.
Last time I reported it was 60% sold, but the report is now about 65% sold, and it's mostly the expensive units that are selling. There's actually people that are going in and buying more than one.
So is there a percentage they want to reach before construction starts, or are they working now? How's that?
Construction's already started.
So people will...
I don't know when the people are going to be moving in, but construction has started. There's a number of units that are near completion.
Trouble Hall?
No update. Sorry. No update.
Thomas Building? Did you have anything else?
Unless staff has anything, there's grass growing on the hills now, so I think they finished filling it in, and they seeded it a couple of weeks ago, but last week it started to really grow. It's going fast. That's about all I have.
St. Mark's? Walter's not here.
No update unless staff knows something about the request for alternative uses. Forget exactly the name on the PDF. They put out something and asked business on the plans, and I haven't heard anything back. Does staff have anything about it? So, Councillor Pearson, anything?
No, we haven't received any reports yet.
Westdale Theater, Councilor Caddy's not here. Stinson School?
More units have sold, and there's more units being rented. And again, I'm pleased to say, every time I go by, there's more cars parked in the resident area. So it's always pleasing to see.
Federal Building?
Last time we reported that work seems to have slowed down, and again, I'd like to report that work seems to have slowed down. I'm not sure why.
Under the Black, Opera Gate.
I don't think we'll need to win.
And Grove Hall and surrounding landscape.
So we just can't get this one off the list?
I said, I think we deleted it last time.
Yeah.
We didn't have quorum, that's why.
Oh,
So we need to
okay.
fill the.
Okay.
It's going to haunt you.
Paul, would you like to do the honors?
I've already given the obituary, but I can't do it again, it'd be too hard.
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
To remove it from the list.
I'll say.
Michael, all in favor? Dave?
Just, we, All Saints Church, at the last meeting, we did vote, we passed a motion, to place All Saints on the registry. And I heard from the church right away that they were greatly displeased with that, and that they would be fighting that, and they did fight that successfully, and the All Saints Church will not be, is not on the registry.
Alyssa, did you have anything you want to add? Through the chair, Paul's correct, so the discussion of planning committee was to remove the recommendation that was brought forward by this committee to add it to the register, so that was removed from the list of recommendations. There was some confusion in terms of the report that went to the Municipal Heritage Committee about the Untitled Chapter inventory, so it will be coming back again, the planning committee will refer back to staff. There was just some confusion about the appendix to the Municipal Heritage Committee report and how it was presented. But there were no major concerns or discussion about the recommendations per se. It was just making sure that it was very clear what was being recommended to planning committee. So that should be coming back to planning committee on the 16th.
Councilor Pearson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just confirming though, Alyssa, that All Saints Church was removed from the registry at committee, correct?
Correct.
If I can just ask one more question too, we had talked about 565 Moxley, and we had wanted that on the register as well, I think, right? And that was to come to council or planning last week. Did that happen?
Through the chair, yes. So it was planning committee approved that recommendation and came back on the 3rd of September, and then that would have been ratified by council yesterday.
Thank you. Did Lafarge end up making a presentation on that matter?
Through the chair, no, there was no formal presentation. They did consult with staff and they were in attendance if there were to be questions about their, I guess, not support, but that they were okay with the recommendation.
Okay, great. Thank you.
If there's no other discussion, I think we can adjourn.
Wow. I call this the ADD.
We finished the meeting before lunch.
The lunch is better. Have a leisurely.
Councilor Pearson?
Madam Chairman, yes, thank you. And I'd like to just make a few comments because this will be our last Heritage Committee meeting for the term of council. And certainly it's been a pleasure. It's been, we've had rocky roads and interesting challenges, but I think all in all, I want to thank the committee members for everything you've done. Madam Chair, you've done an excellent job. And to our staff. I know this, it doesn't seem like a lot when we just see titles of buildings on a piece of paper, but I know how much work is done in the background that staff have to do as far as investigation and preliminary reports, etc. There is a huge amount of paperwork and stuff that has to be done behind the scenes, and I know that staff work very hard for that, and we can't thank them enough. But I also want to thank committee members for sticking it out. It's not always the most pleasant area to be in sometimes when you're dealing with issues, and there's not always the consensus throughout the whole community that this is looked upon as a positive move every time we look at designated property. So kudos to everyone, and certainly look forward to applications coming in the new term of council and see where we move the Heritage Committee next term. Thank you.
And thank you to Councilor Pearson for always being here for our meetings and supporting Heritage Matters and trying to help in the background where you can. Really do appreciate it.
So, thanks for those words. So how does it work that we continue meeting until we don't, is that...
Until you're fired.
Until you're fired, is that... If you... No.
Jasmine, I think all committees end at the end of, Jasmine to clarify, but I think if you have to reapply after the election. That's correct.
Last term, we stayed on until the new ones were appointed. We were still here in April.
Because we have permanent, well, so maybe you can honor it. We'll still have permanent applications that have to be processed.
Through the chair, Jasmine can clarify, but my understanding is that it continues until the new term, the new committee is appointed.
Yeah, both terms, so that's exactly, you stay on until the new bodies are, or the same people stay on.
One point, at the last meeting, we ran out of, we lost quorum. We talked very briefly about perhaps putting Jimmy Thompson Pool on the list as property to watch. It looks a little better now in that it looks as though there will be a land swap with the Board of Education, and the city's position now is that they would build in beside Jimmy Thompson Pool and save it, but it might still be a good one to watch until that happens. So, make a motion.
I'll second that.
And which category?
Microphone, please.
Take part? Which category? Yeah. Was somebody making a suggestion here? I think that is...
I think endangered until we know otherwise.
Interest? Well, it's a city building. So, status is stable for now. We hope it will stay that way. So, green is okay, as long as it's on the agenda here somewhere.
So, motion by Paul, seconded by Michael, all in favor? Any other discussion items? May I have a motion to adjourn? Michael, seconded by Sarah, all in favor? Carried.
Rick is dead.